Okay, good. So my name is Paul Singh. So how many people have been in my class before? 1, 2, awesome, awesome. Glad you came back. Let me ask you this, did you try some of the things that we talked about? Some of the habits, yeah, and any positive results? Well, the fact that you're here should be a little bit more positive, right? Okay, so let me tell you what Happiness 101 is. My name is Paul Singh and I'm a retired federal employee. I did 38 years of government service. I've been retired for 4 years and the 38 years went by so fast. I loved it, every minute of it. Anyhow, so I love my retirement now. Okay, so why do I do this class? I do this class because to me, once you make enough money, then you say, what's next? What is it that's going to motivate me now? I've got money. What do I need now in my life to keep me happy? And it's the time that I have left on this planet that's more valuable. So it's the time that I have left on this planet. Think about it. If the doctor tells you you have 1 month to live and you got $10 billion, are you happy? Right? You're pretty sad because look, you got $10 billion that you've been saving and you only got a month to live. So it's the time on this planet that's precious. And we got to recognize that and we got to make decisions accordingly. Once you realize what your true currency is, you make a proper decision. You know what I mean? So I realized that my time was very precious. So I wanted to make this time as precious and as remarkable as it could be for myself and people around me. So I learned that, if I do research on happiness and I start practicing it, my life will become more fun, and it has become more fun. I honestly, I thank God every minute of the day, every minute of the day. I'm thanking God. Thank you, God, for this. Thank you, God, for that. Because I'm so blessed. I feel so blessed. Okay, so happiness is the art of living a joyous and fulfilling life. You want to live a joyous life. I think of life like this, okay? God is having this great party, and He invited some of us to come and visit while He's throwing a party. So we have to be on this planet like a guest at a party, okay? Because we're going to leave soon. And somebody else is going to keep enjoying the party. So be like a guest at a party. We're really at a party, God's party. God's given a party, and we're all here as guests. Okay, so the art of joyous living. So that's my background. I'm retired, and and all that. Okay, so what is happiness? Let me ask you this: what is happiness? Why is it so important to be happy? What is happiness?
It's a feeling.
It's a feeling. Good. Contentment, okay. Let me quickly get you guys motivated. Okay, so you remember I do this for fun. I don't get paid. I do this for fun. So when I do a class, I want to have as much fun as I would if I was having a party. If I was at a party, right? If I was at a party, I want to have as much fun as. So let's go over some rules for my party. The P in my party stands for participate. I want you all to participate because when you participate, you learn more, right? You participate, you learn more. And also put your phones away. Make sure nobody's phones are, mine's already away. Okay, and A in party stands for ask any questions. Accept each other, ask any questions. I will not make fun of you. I will laugh with you, but I will not make fun of you. R stands for be respectful. If somebody's talking, raise your hand. And T stands for time. Keep your comments short, sweet, to the point so we can keep going. And Y in the party stands for say yes if you're ready to party with me. Are you ready to party with me? Say yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, so let's get going. So I want you all to participate because you'll have so much more fun. Okay, so what is happiness? She said feeling. She said contentment. What else? What is happiness? Remember being happy at one time or the other? What was it about that feeling? Joyful. Exactly, joyful. What else?
Peaceful.
Peaceful. Exactly. You can't be happy when you're fighting. So it's got to be peaceful. Very good. See? What else? Stimulating. Yeah, you gotta have the energy, you gotta have that enthusiasm, the encouragement, the ticklishness, the whatever that takes. What else? Energy. Playfulness. Okay. Let's see what else. Satisfaction, contentment. Okay, so those are all the things that are pertinent to happiness. Now, I googled happiness. I said, what's happiness? Google said happiness is a state of being happy. I'm like, really? That's all you're gonna give me? But the true meaning of happiness, so how would you define happiness? Like you said, feeling, contentment, but the good definition of happiness that I found was this. Happiness is a state of mind ranging from contentment to extreme joy. Okay, so here's contentment and here's extreme joy. It's that range. When you're in that range, you're happy. But Oxford Dictionary says that happiness is a state of contentment and general satisfaction with one's life. So if you're in that range where you're happy with it, you're content with yourself, you're happy, you have general contentment and satisfaction with your life. That's what Oxford says. All right. So what's the opposite of happiness?
Sadness.
Okay, is it really sadness? What's the opposite of happiness? So I googled that too. They said the opposite of happiness is state of being unhappy. No help, Google. But it's sadness, it's stress, it's unpeacefulness, all those things. It's lack of energy, lack of health, pain, okay, sickness, worries. Those are so our goal is today to do things that make you happy and avoid things that make you sad or make you unhappy. Okay, so we should say happiness equals blessings minus stress. Okay, like for instance, if you say, how do you like living in a neighborhood? Well, 3 of my neighbors are really nice, but this one woman is a jerk. So your happiness factor is 3 minus 1. Okay, so 2, you know what I mean? You in your neighborhood, you got 3 good people and 1 bad people. So what do? You go towards the ones that are good people and you avoid the one that's bad. Same thing with happiness. You take the blessings, you count your blessings, and you avoid the stress. Okay, or you minimize the stress. All right. So happiness equals blessings minus stress. Okay. Now the fact that we are alive should tell you that we have more blessings than stresses. Think about it. The fact that we can breathe, the fact that we can, which means the stress hasn't killed us. You know, we have more blessings than stress. We're just looking at the stress more, but we have more blessings than stress. That's why we're alive. That's why we got up from bed, right? If we had more stresses and less blessings, we'd be in bed. Okay? So why is happiness so important? Why do we care about happiness? Why is happiness so important?
It makes you think better.
Makes you think better. What else?
I think it has to do with how you feel physically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, happiness will a happier person has better immune system, right? So it makes you feel better. What else?
I was going to say emotionally.
Yeah, emotionally stable. You're emotionally stable. You're not freaking out if somebody says good morning. Shut up. You know, you're like, good morning. You know, you're playful. Yeah. What else? What else? Why is happiness so important? You look better. You feel better. You're a better person. You don't go flipping people off on the streets. You know what I mean? Like you don't take
have a joyful life.
You have a joyful outlook. You have a bright outlook. You're hopeful. Okay. Happiness is important because happy people have more energy, more zest for life, better immune system, better relationships. You're a much better spouse if you're happy. You have better performance. You sleep better when you're happy. Okay. You live longer. You have better brain health. You have less stress, less fatigue, more friends, and better overall life. Being happy is like the lottery of life. Exactly. You know, forget about buying the lottery. If you can figure out a way to be happy, that's your lottery. Right? That's your lottery ticket. Right there. Alright, so, and yet, the class is empty.
Maybe they're so
We're giving them a
happy.
free lottery, and the class is empty. But that's the irony, and that's why there's a lot more unhappy people than happy people, right? Because they make the wrong decisions. They don't think right. Okay, so now that you know what happiness is, how many people are happy right now? How many people are happy right now? Okay, we're all happy. The fact that we're alive, the fact that we're here, the fact that we're in this beautiful country, the fact that we got a nice warm roof building. You know, I mean, think about the rest of the world. That's you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know where that missile is coming from. You don't know, and yet here we go. I don't know. You know, but that's because we're not comparing what's going on. We're not real. We're not being realistic. All right. So let me go further. So happy people have certain habits. So this is what I've concluded, and this is what the book said. Happy people have certain habits that bring you long-term joy because they practice those habits. For instance, if you have a habit of making friends, if you have a habit of socializing, are you gonna have more friends? Okay. Now, if you knew how to select good friends, are you gonna have more good friends? Good, right? And so, if you have more good friends to hang out with, would you be happier? There you go. That's just one of the habits. Okay, there are so many other habits. So it's these habits that generate long-term sustainable happiness. Let's find out what these habits are. Our goal is to have fun, learn the habits of happy people, and remember these habits and turn them into lifestyles. So today our goal is to learn about these habits, okay, and see how we can make those habits our habits, okay, and then also remember these habits, because if you don't remember them, you know, then you're never gonna practice them, and then make them into a lifestyle. Because once you make them into a lifestyle, then they're yours. You'll have them forever. So that's what our goal today is. We're going to learn about these habits and turn them into our lifestyle. All right. So what are some of the habits of happy people? Okay. What are some of the ways? Like, how many people know a happy person? Yourself? I don't need that. So, what are some of the habits of happy people? Okay, what are some of the people?
I think optimism.
They are optimists. Very good. Hopeful. Okay. What else? What are some of the habits of happy people? Like, if you know a person who's happy, what are some of the ways they display their happiness, or they, you know, they're honest. They're more honest, right? Okay. Because when you're honest, you have less to worry about, because you know the police are gonna come get you. You know you're safe in your house because you didn't do anything wrong. Even if they come get you, it's probably a mistake, right? So they're more honest. What else? They're health conscious. Happy people are always popping vitamins or taking something healthy, you know, maybe drinking bone broth, right?
Yeah.
Okay, they worry about their health, they go to the dentist. My spellings aren't exactly the best. Conscious, you know what I mean.
Joyful.
Huh?
Joyful.
They're joyful. They're joyful. They appreciate life. Yeah. Okay.
I think they tend to smile more.
They smile more. They laugh easily. Yeah, absolutely. They smile more. Okay.
Do happy people worry less?
They know how to manage stress.
Okay.
They know how to manage stress. So they know how to stress management. Yeah. Because everybody has stress. You know, you cross the street, there's stress. There's cars coming, they'll kill you. But they know how to manage it. They know how to look both ways before they cross the street, basically.
I think they look for the good in others.
They go for what?
They look for the good in others.
Exactly. I love that. They find positive in others. That's what you're saying, right? They find positive things in others. You start looking at your bad points. I'm going to see what you love doing. What is it that makes you you? Because see, here's the thing. Happy people are good students. They're good learners. They learn from everybody. Okay? They learn from everybody. What else?
People that talk a lot, are they happy? They make
Not necessarily.
Not
Not necessarily. You don't wanna talk a lot. You wanna talk
Not
sensible. Yeah. In fact, the less you talk, and the more powerful your talk is, the better. You want to be a good communicator. So let's. I like what you said. So happy people are good speakers, good communicators. Communication, because communication will make you happy. If you know how to communicate, you will communicate. Happy people are bad spellers. Happy people have good sense of humor.
No sense of humor.
Right. You know, I look at a lot of people who are living longer, who are like 87, 90, and they're still very active and playful. And I study them. And would you believe one of the main common denominator between all these long-living people is what? One thing that they all have in common. Humor. They laugh easy. They laugh like for no reason. They laugh at every little thing. The sense of humor is so crucial. Now let me ask you this. Why is sense of humor so crucial? Okay, let's say you're stressed, but somebody makes you laugh. Are you stressed at that moment when you're laughing?
No.
Because it really-
Stress and laughter cannot coexist at the same time. You cannot be stressed and laughing at the same time. So if you learn to laugh during stressful moments, you won't be stressed. Think about it. If you can learn to laugh during, my father is a retired colonel. He passed away now. God bless his soul. I loved him. He would laugh all the time. My mom could be shouting at him, yelling at him. He'd be like, you know. And finally she'd give up and say, you know what, you're a lost cause. So he laughed. He died laughing. He was such an awesome person. So yeah, humor is very crucial. Learn to develop a sense of humor. I purposely studied joke writing classes. I went to Comedy Institute to learn how to be able to make a joke about them. And it really helps. It really helps. So yeah, humor is awesome. Okay, what else? Happy people are very active. And active don't mean that active, physically active, could be mentally. You could be doing crossword puzzles.
Outdoors.
Outdoors, they love nature. Yeah, they love nature. Happy people love nature. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Involved.
Happy people get involved. Yeah, they're in the moment. They're involved. They're in the moment. You know, they are not daydreaming about something else. Although there's nothing wrong with that, but You know, like if you're driving and you don't want to be daydreaming about something else because you get into an accident, then you won't be happy anymore. Happy people are safe. They're safety conscious. You can't be going out there jumping off of ramps and break your hip and be happy, right? So they're safety conscious. Yes, ma'am.
Outgoing.
Outgoing, I like that. Outgoing. So what is outgoing is they're social. Socials. Would that be okay? Social? Social is a better word. Happy people are social. And it's true. You know, if you have no good friends, or if you have 10 good friends, who's happier? The one with 10 good friends. 10 good friends all day long, right? Okay, so happy people have less enemies, more friends. That's happiness. Happiness equals to friends minus enemies. Right? So you want to have zero enemy and more friends. Happy people are in the moment. Happy people are independent. Independent. Like if you have to depend on somebody else for your basic needs, you ain't gonna be that happy. So you want to try to be independent. That's why they give these classes, SAIL classes. Stay active and independent for life, because independence is happiness. That is your happiness. So be independent. Okay. So try to do as many things as you can by yourself. You know, it's funny. My sister and my brother-in-law is not very active, and so when I go to their house, and I'll start to do something for them, like maybe like take out the garbage or change the bulb. Oh no, don't do it. We have somebody coming to help us. He's gonna do it. I'm like, that's what got you in trouble in the first place. It's you depending on other people to do things for you. And now you're stopping me. Let me do it, you know? No. We have somebody we pay. They'll do it. Like, seriously, you're gonna lose your independence? And pay somebody to lose your independence? How cruel is that? Especially if you can do it yourself. Do it yourself. You know? Anytime you make somebody else do your dirty work, you're setting yourself up for future problems. Okay? That's what this America, that's why we're in trouble right now, because we didn't want to pick cotton, so we went and got people to manipulate, you know what I mean? And look at the price we're paying. We didn't want to do our work, so we went to other countries and got people that we could manipulate and dominate, and sometimes pay. Same thing is happening with immigrants coming here, because we don't want to do our dirty work. We can get it done cheaper, but we don't realize that the Medicare is going to go up, the Social Security is going to go bankrupt. We're killing ourselves for being lazy right now. So laziness will make you you know how they said what causes unhappiness? Laziness. Laziness will cause you unhappiness all day long. Okay, so happy people are positive, happy people are peaceful, happy people are purposeful, happy people know their purpose. Why is it so crucial to know your purpose? Okay, that's a subject we'll get into in the evening, but it's very later on during the hour. Okay, so happy people are nature lovers. Happy people are non-judgmental. Happy people are non-judgmental. Anytime somebody's bad-mouthing somebody, the person bad-mouthing is not a happy person. I guarantee you. If they're going around saying, "Oh, look at her! Oh my God, she thinks she's so good," she's not a happy person, because a happy person will never badmouth anybody. Happy person is more accepting. Very crucial. Accepting. Okay? Happy people accept themselves and they accept others. Happy people are always improving. Always growing, improving. Okay? Always improving. Happy people are encouraging. Happy people are empathetic. Happy people are stable. Happy people have good sleep hygiene. Happy people have good sleep hygiene. If you know how to sleep well, you'll be a happier person. Okay? Happy people are, so those are all the habits of happy people. Okay? So, now let me ask you this. If you had all of these habits and you practice them every day, do you think you would be happier than what you are now? All day long, every minute of the day. If you had all these habits and you remembered them and you practiced them, I guarantee you would be happier than you are right now. Especially if you're not practicing any of these habits right now. Now let's look at these habits. What are some of the habits that you're practicing here? Tell me, each one of you, what are some of the habits that you're practicing in here every day? You're health conscious, beautiful, and that's a very good habit to have. Good. What else? What else?
Independent.
You're independent, beautiful, very good. What else? Everybody pick one, two, that you're practicing.
Honesty.
Honesty, beautiful. One of the best habits, honesty. I need to work on that. Yes, ma'am?
Joyful.
Joyful, exactly. You're joyful. And how can you be more joyful?
By coming here.
By coming here, by looking for things that are going to make you more joyful, by meeting people, by smiling a lot, by giving joy to others. When you give joy to others, when you give compliments to others, the joy comes back, right? Okay, what else? What are we good communicators? I need to work on this one, communication. Sometimes I can be very rough communicator. What else? What are the? Are you practicing? You're smiling a lot. Beautiful. Good. What else?
Student.
A student.
Ordeal.
Student is the number one. Live like a student because you're learning every day. Keep learning every day. Here, man.
Social.
Social. Hey, there you go. Social is one of the good ones too.
I'm practicing on that.
Sing which one?
I'm practicing on social.
Social. Very good. That's a very good habit. Yes, ma'am.
In the moment.
In the moment, oh my God, in the moment. I have a pilot's license. I had my own plane for about 8 years, 10 years. And one of the things when I stopped flying, because I had kids, my wife made me stop flying. But one of the things I learned from flying was you have to be in the moment. You cannot be dilly-dallying and thinking about something else and flying. No, you will kill yourself in a heartbeat. Okay? So I use that same phenomena, that in the moment phenomena, and I practice it all day. Like right now I'm in the moment. I'm not worried about my car or my wife or my kids. I'm here with you, the four of you, and we're going to have a blast. Okay? You're going to learn from me, I'm going to learn from you, and together we're going to grow. That's my mission. I'm going to learn just as much from you as you're going to learn from me. Except I'm going to make a note of it, and in the next class I'm going to share that with somebody else. That's how I grow. Okay? So in the moment, very crucial. Okay? So what else? And people who are in the moment, they make very few mistakes. They have no regrets because they're in the moment, they're here, they're not. You won't say, I'm saying, oh, I'm sorry. It's the people who are daydreaming are the ones screwing up, tripping, accidents, and all that. So, hello, welcome, man, welcome. So, yeah, in the moment is very crucial for your happiness. What else? Who else is? We're looking at the habits of happy people and to see which ones are we practicing. So, we're all telling, which happiness habit we're practicing. Yes, ma'am?
I think I'm improving on certain
Improving.
areas.
So crucial, improving. Somebody asked me one day, they said, how can I be happy all the time? No, they asked me, they said, how are you happy all the time? They said, how come you're happy all the time? I said, because I'm happy with myself. And if you want to be happy all the time, be happy with yourself because you're with yourself all the time. Right? You're with yourself all the time. You could be at a party and be alone. Have you done that? You could be at a party and be alone. Or you could be by yourself and be happy. So how do you become happy with yourself? It's by accepting yourself. Say to God, it's okay. If you made me short, tall, fat, small, I accept the gift that you gave me. I accept the role that you gave me. And now, whatever I don't like about myself, you want to start improving that. Okay? When people criticize you, make a note of it. There is some truth to it. And improve that. And instead of getting mad at them and avoiding them, say, you know what, thank you very much. Not many people have the guts to say that. And you did. So you're really a true friend. So thank you. I'm going to fix that.
I know another one.
Okay?
Inspiring.
Inspiring? Yeah, inspiring and be inspired. Be inspired and inspire others. That's beautiful. Because happy people are very inspiring. Why are happy people so inspiring? Because they have a good role model, they have a good outlook on life, they're successful. Happy people are usually successful. And it's not because they're happy because they're successful. No, it's because they're successful because they're happy. See what I'm saying? Alright, so what else? Very good. So you came up with some good points. Happy people are nature lovers. Are you any of you like going outside and getting sun? Let me tell you one thing.
I like taking walks.
Yes, you avoid sun for about 2 weeks and you will be the most miserable, frail person. Because sun gives you that vitamin D and that's a happy hormone. It's very crucial. That's why people in countries that don't have much sun are not very strong and they're not very happy. They're moody, they're all that. So get out there and get some sun. Okay, what else you guys practice? Active? Absolutely active. Get out the house. A lot of people just stay in bed. Get out the house. Do things. Okay? Before I came here, I played 2.5 hours of pickleball. then I sat in the sunroom, the sauna, and then I came here. Okay, so yeah, so activity is wonderful. Happy people know how to manage stress. Okay, we'll talk about this also. So these are some of the habits of happy people. Okay, now you might say, well, that's good, but how am I going to remember these? Because how can we remember these habits? So I'm going to show you a little trick. Look at this. HAPPINESS. Happiness. Okay? So all these habits that I wrote, if you notice, they have the same letters as the letters in happiness. Okay? So like for instance, with H, what are some of the things we can do to be happier? We can be hopeful, we can be honest, we can be humble. Happy people are humble. Would you agree? Happy people are very humble people. They don't let ego bother them. Shoot. I've had people cuss me out. I'm like, oh, thank you very much. Thank you. They look at me like, really? But see, because here's the thing, you can't let your ego ruin your happiness. Okay? You can't let what people think about you ruin your happiness, because you have to accept yourself. You have to have enough confidence in yourself that even if they're cussing you out, you know you're okay. It's their problem. They're having a bad day, right? And if they're saying something that is valid, like for instance, if I'm a lousy driver and I'm running people over, yeah, of course. But if they're just criticizing me because they're having a bad day, hey, that's their problem, right? Okay, so they're honest, they're health conscious, they're active, they're assertive, they're accepting, they're adjusting. All the days they're adjusting. Happy people are very adjusting. I could get mad saying, oh, this is not right, that's not right. No, I'm adjusting. I'm going to adjust. I'm going to make sure that, So happy people are accepting, adjusting, assertive. And accepting means they're forgiving. Happy people know how to forgive. If you want to be happy, learn to forgive. Learn to forgive yourself and learn to forgive others. Okay? Because you can't be walking around hating people and be happy. No. If you have hate in you, if you're using the word, I hate that, I hate this, you can't be happy. So take that hate word out of your vocabulary. Just take it out. Take it out. Even when I hate something, I say, oh man, what I love about you is you're always late. And that gives me more time to do things. But you can't just take the word hate out of your vocabulary and you'll be happier. Alright? Happy people are purposeful, they have a purpose in life, they're playful, they're peaceful. Happy people have good phone manners. Okay? They have good phone, and believe it or not, you might think, well, what does phone manners have to do with happiness? Right? What is phone manners? I'm going to give you an example. Let's say you're driving on Glebe Road, right? Traffic, this and that, and you have bad phone manners. If the phone rings or text comes, you start going tick, 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 BAM! Guess what? Are you happy now? Are you happy? Heck no. Heck no. So happy people have good phone manners. Or let me give you another example. Let's say I'm at a job interview, my phone rings, and I start answering. Will I get that job? Phone manners. Let's say I'm on a date, beautiful girl like you with nice outfits and nice hat, and you're talking to me, telling me about your childhood, and I'm on the phone answering the phone. Would you go out with me again? Bingo. Does that make a difference in your happiness? Okay, so phone manners. I made that up, but it's a very accurate one. Trust me. Okay, happy people are purposeful, peaceful, playful. Phone manners. Happy people are polite. Happy people are funny. Okay, now let's go with I. Happy people are independent. What else? In the moment. Happy people are interested in other people. Okay. Now let's go with N. Happy people are what? Nature lover, non-judgmental, no nonsense, nutritional conscious. You can sit there and make words up all day long, and they're accurate, right? Happy people with E. Empathetic, energetic, encouraging, energy managers. Now, why does energy management make a difference in your happiness? You have to be a good energy manager. In your body, there's more energy at certain times, there's less energy, and you want that. You don't want to have energy all the time. What if it's like 10 o'clock at night and you're bouncing with energy, like I am right now? Would I be able to fall asleep? No. So you want that energy to start coming down a little bit. Okay, it's a good energy management. Okay, so you have to know what gives you energy. You have to know what takes away energy from you. It's good energy management. All right, encouraging, empathetic, energy manager. Okay, let's go with S. Happy people have good emotional IQ. They don't freak out that easily. They're very stable, very calm. One of my idols, a person that I admire most, is the calmest person in the world, and I love that about her. Things could be falling apart. She'd be like, it's okay, we'll get through it. you know, and I'm on the other hand trying to take action, you know. Happy people are stable, they smile a lot, they have good sleep hygiene, okay, all those things. So that's how you remember them. Now, how do we make this into a lifestyle? Let's talk about how can we make this into a lifestyle. So every night, welcome sir, welcome. This is a happiness class. So come have a seat. We'll bring you up to speed in a second. All right. So those are all we're discussing the habits of happy people. Okay. And so these are some of the habits of happy people that we talked about. And now we're talking about how we can remember them and make them into lifestyle. Okay. So now that you know, let me ask you this question. If I was to erase all these, okay, let me see if there's one that. Okay, so how can we remember these habits? So let's go together and go with each letter. Okay, tell me some of the habits of happy people that start with H.
Honest.
Honest, hopeful. Everybody, come on. Honest. What else? Everybody, come on. One or two.
Helpful.
Helpful.
Humble.
Humble. Absolutely. Humble. What else, sir? Health
I
conscious.
can share those two things.
Health conscious. Okay, let's go with A.
A,
I'm going to do the act out.
adoptable,
Huh?
adoptable,
Adoptable. What else?
Active.
Active.
accepting,
Accepting. What else? Assertive.
assertive,
Assertive. Because see, you can't be happy if people are pushing you around, right? You got to be assertive. And assertive doesn't mean there's a very fine line between assertive and a-hole.
Acceptance.
Okay, so you have to make sure that you don't cross that line. You know. Yes, sir.
Acceptance.
Acceptance. Did you say acceptance? Acceptance. Absolutely. Happy people accept themselves. They accept others. They're not going around getting ticked off at everybody else because they have unresolved issues with themselves. Okay, they're accepting. Okay, let's go with P.
peaceful,
Peaceful. What else? Playful. Playful. What else? Everybody, come on.
purposeful,
Positive, huh?
purposeful,
But purposeful. Happy people are purposeful. We're going to talk about that. Pleasant. Happy people have good phone manners. All right. Oh, and one more. Happy people know how to turn their problems into a gift. If you can turn your problems into a gift, would you be happy or not?
Yeah.
All day long. If you can turn your problem into a gift, you'd be bouncing. Think about it. You'd be bouncing with energy because now, all of a sudden, instead of a problem, it's a gift. Okay? All right, let's go with I.
in the moment,
In the moment. Beautiful. Happy people are in the moment. What else?
Independent.
Independent. Happy people are independent. What else?
interest,
Happy people are interested. I love her. What else?
She's got it all.
Inspiring.
independent,
Independent. What else?
Inspiring.
Inspiring. Happy people are inspiring. What else? Happy people are in the moment. Inspiring. In the moment. Interested. There was one more. Improving. Happy people are always improving themselves. They're always improving themselves. Okay, let's go with N.
and nature lovers,
Happy people are nature lovers. Happy people are non-judgmental.
non-judgmental.
What else? There's one more N. No nonsense.